Here's how to organize your entire life inside of Notion in only 10 minutes. Most people who use Notion aren't actually fully organized with it, and that's because they think of productivity backwards. They start with adding tasks, but that should actually be focused on last. So in today's video, I'll break down the jar of life organization technique and how to implement that inside of your Notion dashboard. But first, what is the jar of life? So imagine you've got an empty jar that represents your life. If you fill it first with sand, that's the tiny, unimportant things, then there's no room left for what really matters. But if you start with the big rocks, your most important goals, relationships, and priorities, and then pour in the smaller pebbles and sand afterwards, everything still fits. It's a simple way to remind yourself, focus on the big picture stuff first. So that's how we'll structure this video. We'll start by looking at the big rocks first, which is the buckets. Then we'll look at the pebbles, which are your projects, and then we'll look at the sand, which are your tasks. Subscribe for Notion tutorials. Let's dive in. So this here is headquarters. There's a link in the description if you're interested, but of course, if you've got your own setup, you can follow the same process in there. Now, like we covered, the idea behind Jar of Life is to ignore the calendar, ignore the tasks, ignore the projects, and scroll straight down to the life buckets. So these life buckets here are the boulders in our jar. So this is stuff like fitness, business, our relationship, family and friends, study, job, career. And of course, what you can do here is just click on add page if you're missing any. Let's say you have a side hustle. Then what you can do here is just click on that and write side hustle. And automatically in headquarters, you'll load in here all of the tasks that are relevant to the side hustle, all of the notes that are relevant to the side hustle, and all of the projects that are relevant to the side hustle. So all you have to do here is click on add page. By the way, by default, this icon will load in, but of course you can click here and just change it to whatever you want. So let's just do a shopping bag for this one. Let's say you have an Etsy store or something. I can click away. There we have side hustle. Now, the reason we start with the life buckets is because they are the big boulders. And the way that I've designed headquarters is that our tasks and our projects will connect to these. So if we click here on family and friends, what we want is the tasks, the notes, and the projects to show up on this page. So if you need to buy a family member a birthday present, we want that to show up in here. Or if you're planning a birthday party, that here is a project, and we want that to show up on here in the family and friends bucket. So now that we've added any missing life buckets, the next thing now is to scroll up and go to projects. Now, here's what I'd recommend you do. I'd recommend adding them to no status here, because I have a rule that I really try to stick to, where you can only have 3 active work projects and 2 active personal projects. Any more than that, and I find it's just kind of impossible to make real progress. So what we do is put them here in no status. Let's just say we're planning John's birthday party, for example. What I'll do here is add the life bucket now of family and friends. And of course, there's probably going to be a deadline, which would be his birthday, let's say next week. And so the status here will be deadline. So I'll have that taking up one of my personal projects. But the rest of the projects, let's just add some fake ones called Project A and Project B. We'll have them sitting down here. So up here in these 3, deadline, favorite, and ongoing, when one of those 5 gets completed, then we can see, okay, which one of these here should I lift up into my active projects that I'm working on? So deadline is obvious. It's the ones that have a deadline. Then here we have ongoing. Ongoing is something like, let's say you run an Insta account for your Etsy, for example. And then that here would be to do with that side hustle that we created. So that's an ongoing project. And the favorite here is basically just like an active project that doesn't have a deadline and it's not ongoing. Now, as you can see, when you click here on a project, all of the relevant tasks, notes, and bottlenecks will show up here under this project. And when we're filling out the life bucket here, so let's say this one here is also side hustle, these here will show up in this page here, the boulder of side hustle. You can see down here related projects. We have Insta, Etsy, and Project A. So what I would recommend for your projects here, if you're setting this up, is just adding the project and saying the relevant life bucket. So let's say this one here is to do with career. And you might want to spend 10 minutes or so adding all of the projects here. Now, if it gets very long, these here are toggles. So you can simply just close this. And by the way, if you don't know how tabs work in Notion, what I've done is design this so you can click here on projects by bucket. And then here you can see all of the ones relevant to your side hustle or all of the projects relevant to your family and friends. Here you can click on favorite to see all the favorited ones. You can click on finished, so all of the projects that have been completed or moved the needle. You can even see overdue ones sitting here. So let's say this John's birthday party was, instead of next week, let's say it was yesterday and I haven't completed it yet. That will now be sitting here in overdue. I should have planned John's birthday party. But I'll just change this back to next week. And as you see, it gets removed from here now. So the life buckets are the boulders in our jar. And then our projects of the rocks in our jar. Now what we want to do is have a look at our task list. So what I'll do is click here on new page. This here adds a task. Now we can either add the tasks in here, or we can actually click directly onto a project and start adding them in there. But I'll show you this version first, and then I'll show you how it works in a specific project. So I'll just call this task 1 here, nice and generic. And then what I can do here is select the project. So let's say it's for project A. And then the bucket here was for my side hustle, so I'll click that. Now here we have the state, urgency, importance. These three here are really important for your scheduling skills. So the state here is the state of mind that's required for you to complete this task. So flow state tasks are cognitively demanding and they might take about 2 hours. Quick tasks will take under 10 minutes. Easy tasks will probably take under an hour and they're not that cognitively demanding. And then we have personal tasks like playing tennis or seeing a friend or something. So let's say task 1 here is a flow state task. Then we have the importance and urgency. Now what I've done under this order tab is your task list will get automatically organized by using the importance and urgency here. So I'll add task 2, task 3, task 4. So I'll label this as not important and not urgent. Now let's say that task 2 here is important, but it's not urgent. As you can see, it actually jumps up in the queue here. So it jumps up above task 1. That's because we want to do the important stuff before we do the not important stuff. Then for task 3 here, let's say that it's not important, but it is urgent. As you can see, it jumps up in the queue above important here because we want to do the urgent tasks before we do the important tasks. And then for task 4 here, I'll do this as important and urgent. And as you can see, it jumps up to the top of the queue here. So under this order tab here, it is being automatically sorted for me. Now filling out these properties here is important, but I really recommend you filling out these here. So let's just say all of these are to do with project A and all of these here are to do with a side hustle. Because when we fill these out, they will now appear in the project of project A. So I can see these tasks sitting in here. And when I scroll down and go to the life bucket of side hustle, I can see these tasks sitting in here. So my tasks, aka the sand, is now being added last. We started with the big picture stuff of the boulders, then moved to the pebbles of your projects, and then moved to the sand, aka your tasks. Now, if you don't want to add it here under the order tab, you can actually click directly onto a project and add it in here. So plan John's birthday party. Buy balloons. I can add that task directly in here. And obviously I can fill out the importance, urgency, state, and fill out the bucket here, so friends and family. But not only can I add the tasks in here, which by the way, don't just show up in here, but they also show up in here, so I can see buy balloons. But what I can also do is schedule that task. So let's say I want to buy balloons today. I can click on the date and say the 15th. And that task name and date isn't just showing up on this project page, but again, it's showing up on my task list and the next section of our jar, which is our calendar. So here I can see buy balloons sitting here today. Now this here isn't really part of the jar of life method, but if it was, I would call this the water. This here is the flow of the week. And planning out your week is incredibly important as your day is your to-do list. So now let's look at what I call the water. So buy balloons here, this has the state of easy. This is like an admin task that will take, 10 minutes or so. Now because in the sand section, we filled out the flow state required, we can now start planning our week. And I'll show you how I plan this out. I'll actually just change this here to Sunday instead, and we'll plan out our next week. By the way, to change a day, you don't have to just click here. You can actually simply just drag like this. So what I'll do here is click on a date, so task 4, and we'll select Sunday, and that shows up here. I can also drag this down like that, and it will show up here. Or what I can do is simply drag it in like that. So there's a few ways we can add the tasks. Now for my calendar, I have this thing called my flow rule. The idea is you can only have 2 flow tasks per day. That's because a flow task takes about 2 hours and your brain can only handle 4 hours of full cognitive demand per day. So planning any more is unrealistic. And right now I can see this easy task, but then I have 4 flow tasks. So this is way too much. So I can see task 1 and task 2 here are sitting at the bottom of this list. So I'll simply drag these here to the next day. So now on the Sunday, I know I can do task 4, task 3, and buy balloons. And then on the Monday, I can do these 2 tasks here. So that is the water in the jar of life. So now what we've done is add our boulders first, which are the buckets of our life. Then we added our project, which are the pebbles in our life. And we ensured that each of these projects here have the relevant life bucket assigned to it. That way we're staying organized and we can open up any one of these life buckets and see all of the relevant projects sitting in here. After that, we added the sand, aka our task list. So we wrote down our tasks and assigned the relevant bucket and project to them. And we either did that here under our task list, or we just clicked on a specific project and we can add them directly in here, task 5, to do with side hustle. So now for each of these pebbles, aka the projects, we know the sand, aka the tasks that are involved. And by using the importance and urgency, we can have our task list automatically organized for us. So now I can see task 5 sitting here above task 3, 2, and 1. And then lastly, we added the water by clicking here, assigning the date, and ensuring we know the state of mind that's required. And if we have too many flow state tasks, then we know to move that task to a day where there aren't 2 flow state tasks assigned to it. And that's how to implement the jar of life inside of Notion. Now, if you want to see more of the features of Headquarters, then you can click here to see the full tour. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you found this useful.